Greetings everyone, Mike here for Newdeath Gaming, and welcome to Craftbound. That is Craftbound. Brand new builder slash crafting MMO that just came out. I found this listing on AppleViz, and if you don't know what AppleViz is, check out my description. Definitely a great third-party web-based resource that helps me find accessible games for the blind and visually impaired. Craftbound is really interesting. It's really fun. I've just recently purchased the all-inclusive $7, I think it's roughly $7 or $8 package that opens up all basic content and future content as far as I understand, which means it will increase your inventory, will let you stay offline for longer than 48 hours. And I do believe, as I said before, opens up all future content, which is a great deal for only $7-8. So basically, this is a crafting MMO where you, as the player, are going to be gathering material, something I love doing in games. You're going to be bringing it to your shop, and you're going to be combining it with other materials to create items, which can then be sold to other players or used by yourself. It has a full RPG set of equipment that you can put on your character, and including weapons and shoulders and rings and trinkets and armor. It's amazing. And I don't know how far this goes. Is it going to have side dungeons and side quests? Is it going to have all kinds of extra things going on? Will it be events? And, well, this is just a really cool game altogether. What I do on my first listens are basically find out if the game is accessible alongside with you. Before I do the video, I briefly make sure if there's anything I need to purchase, I do that off camera for privacy and for security. And on camera, though, I make all my mistakes, including forgetting to turn down my speaking rate.
Vertical navigation, headings, audio button, off, volume, 85%, speaking rate, 65%, 60%, 55%, words.
And that includes not turning my speaking rate down. But I try to make all my mistakes on camera with you so you get a feel for what I'm doing. And that you know that I'm not just professionaling everything that comes along. And you can kind of get a sense of the difficulties of using the interface or the simplicities and the ease of using it. Keep in mind here that all of my critiques here are done in a loving, caring, fair, and kind fashion. I'm not here to complain about indie games that are done by solo devs and groups, and I am here to support and love and care for that process. So if you come here looking for complaints, you've come to the wrong place. I really enjoy when developers make games accessible to the blind and visually impaired, and that's the whole process of why I do these first listens. I try to bring you the accessible indie gifts that exist out there in the world, wrap them up in a neat package with a bow, and present them to all of you so you can appreciate and love the developers. That's what's important to me, that we appreciate and love the developers, and we give kind, thoughtful feedback. We're definitely not looking for any snarky feedback, so save it. By the way, since this is only my first couple of times playing this title, there may be some mistakes that you'll hear me make. And also keep in mind that there are no visuals. Those of you who are visually diverse may see some text and some flashing screen, or you may hear some graphics or images. Those are all going to remain on. I don't make calculated changes and refinements to my Let's Plays. Maybe, but not to my first listens. Everything here is just raw, uninterrupted, and just presented as is. If you can keep that in mind when I evaluate these games. I am simply trying to find out if this is something I would like to play or if you'd like to play it, and I want to let you hear it. So, and also give this particular game exposure. And that's really important. These kind of games really benefit from all of us purchasing things, downloading these games, sharing them, creating word of mouth. That's really what we're here to do. Some other things to keep in mind, I typically take my time, I relax. I don't really stress myself out trying to do everything perfectly. That isn't who I am. I also want to give a big shout out to My Noise for the wonderful background music that I use. You can find them in my description, along with the link to this particular game, indie game. So let's get right into it with all that preamble out of the way. The game is basically set up in tabs, which makes it really easy. So you're going to start off by bringing, I don't know how you do your thing. You can swipe, or you can bring your finger down to the bottom left-hand corner of your smartphone while holding it in profile mode. And I'm going to go ahead and touch the bottom of the screen.
Mining. LVL. Mining. LV. Tab bar. Selected. Home. Tab. 1 of 4.
And there you go, you hear the tab. So tab system is very respected. It works really well. When it comes to MMOs and roguelikes and RPGs, tab systems are great because you can move around quite easily. That's a great accessibility enhancement. Now, tab 1 is your home. That's where you're going to start grabbing your equipment and your items and your materials. I'm going to let you hear what's on the page. I'm going to swipe down with 2 fingers and let the whole page be read by Samantha, my voiceover.
Selected. Home. Tab. 1 of 4. Inventory. Tab. 2 of 4. Market. Tab. 3 of 4. More. Tab. 4 of 4.
And then I'm going to have to individually touch inside of the screen for you to hear what's in it.
Gathering. Gather raw materials. Button.
And as you can hear, tutorials are built in, so you've got tooltips all over the place.
Gathering. Gather raw materials. Button. Crafting. Craft items and refine materials. Button. Vendors. Buy items and materials. Button. World map. Travel between locations. Button. Selected. Home.
And that's really cool. So everything is neatly separated. You can move from menu to menu point. And this is going to be a game that you can sell stuff to other players, which is fantastic. When I was briefly listening to the game, I heard all these really well-designed menu selections. Everything is really cleanly separated. Everything's got buttons. And let's touch a couple of these and let you hear what's going on.
Gathering. Gather raw materials. Button.
Let's go ahead and double tap that.
Available in Pleasant Cove.
So the first thing you find out is that you're going to be in different locations, which is fantastic. So Pleasant Cove sounds like very much like a starting area.
Available in Pleasant Cove. Harvesting. 1/50. Button. Logging. 1/50. Button. Mining. 22/50. Button. Skinning. 1/50. Button. Selected. Home. Tab. 1.
And those are all the things that are available in Pleasant Cove. And as you can hear, I've already done some mining. And this is an idle, so you can mine even when you're not playing. So if you have that meeting, or you're in school, or you have some other chores you want to take care of, or you're just getting ready in the morning, you can have this game working for you. And I'm a big fan of idles, as all of you know. All right, so that's one thing. Let's go ahead and 4-finger tap the top.
Image. Logging. Harvesting. Available. Gathering.
And that
Heading.
didn't work so well.
Mining. LVL. Mining. Home. Back button.
Okay, there's the back button.
Mining.
That's
Mining.
Whoops.
22. Mining. Home. Gathering. Available in harvest. Gathering. Heading. Home. Back button. Home.
And the back button
Mining.
works just fine.
LVL. 22/17. Gathering. Gather raw materials. Button. A tranquil beach of azure oceans and forested islands.
Oh, that's pretty. And you have some really pleasant descriptions there.
Gathering. Gather raw. Crafting. Craft items
Let's
and
double
refine
tap
materials.
the crafting.
Button.
Let's hit that button.
Blacksmithing. 1/50. Button.
All right, I'm going to let you hear all these possibilities.
Blacksmithing. 1/50. Button. Engineering. 1/50. Button. Jewel crafting. 1/50. Button. Leatherworking. 1/50. Button. Tailoring. 1/50. Button. Woodworking. 1/50. Button. Selected. Home. Tab.
Oh my goodness, those are a lot of different possible skills in crafting that you can do. Let's go ahead and go back.
Mining. LV. Home. Crafting. Blacksmithing. Engineering. Jewel and black craft. Home. Mining. Mining. LVL. Home. Back button. Home. Mining.
All right.
Crafting.
We've got
Craft items and
crafting.
vendors. Buy items and material. Crafting. Gathering. Crafting. Vendors.
Let's check out
Buy
the
items
vendors.
and general goods. Crafting materials. Button. General goods. Crafting materials. Button. Selected. Home. Tab.
And there's not a big menu here.
Mining. LVL. Copper ore.
Oh, so we can buy copper ore.
Tab bar. Selected. General goods. Crafting materials. Button.
So we can purchase things here. Let's go ahead and double tap that.
Bronze chain. 5. Button.
Ooh, I can buy bronze chain. This is like a store, I suppose.
Inventory.
And then I have an inventory here.
3/75.
And there's, I guess I have that in my inventory, and I have a maximum of 75 inventory. And yes, you can enlarge your inventory.
Gold. 1K. Button.
And that's
Pop-up
my
button.
gold.
Double tap to activate the picker.
Okay, so I guess that means I can use the typical pop-up menu, so that's accessible. And
Tab bar. Selected. Home. Tab.
let's go ahead and jump back.
Mining. Vendors. General goods. 10. Copper ore. Image. Bronze wire. Bronze chain. 5.
Oh, okay, there's
Button.
more stuff here to buy.
Inventory. General goods. Vendors. Back button. Vendors.
Having the back button is
Mining.
really useful.
LVL. 20.
Now there are more things we can do
Mining.
here.
Home. Vendors. Heading. General goods. Crafting materials. Button. Tab bar. General vendors. Heading. General goods.
And you've
Crafting
got heading
materials.
here.
Button.
Let's give a heading a try.
Characters. Vertical headings. Vendors. Heading not found. Heading not found. Heading not home. Back button.
Let's go back home.
Heading not found. Home. Heading not found.
Heading seemed to work.
Gathering. Crafting. Vendors. World map. Travel between
Ooh.
locations. Button.
Let's go ahead and double tap that world map.
Circle. Close. Button.
All right.
Image. Pleasant Cove. Button.
There's Pleasant Cove.
Evergreen Forest. Button.
Oh, we can go to Evergreen Forest.
Golden Plains. Button.
We can go to Golden Plains.
Snowfall Plains.
Snowfall Plains. This is awesome. So you can go to all these places. This is really amazing. And I'm sure there's different things you can find in these places.
Map. Image. You're currently at this location. Button.
And there you got the map, tells you where you're located.
Mining. LVL. 22. 18,000/100 KXP. 18%.
Wow.
Pleasant Cove. Infinity. Forever. Next LVL. 2H 16 meters. Button.
So you can get leveled ups from doing a certain amount of work in each place. I don't know a lot about this. So there is a Wikipedia. There is a Discord community. Let's swing over to some more of the tabs.
Mining. LVL. Map. Map. Image. Liquid. Circle. Close. Button.
Let's close that map.
Tab bar. Inventory. Market. Tab. More. Tab. Selected. Home.
Home.
Inventory.
Inventory
Tab. 2 of
tab
4.
here.
Selected.
Here's the inventory.
Tab. 2 of market. Tab. 1. Gold sack.
And
1K.
there's my gold
Button.
sack. Let's go.
Tab bar. Market. Tab. 3 of 4.
And here's the market,
Selected.
which is
Market.
really
Tab.
fascinating.
3 of 4.
And let me let you hear there's people selling things. Check this out.
Selected. Market. Tab. 3 of 4. More. Tab. 4 of 4.
Oh, I didn't get. So you have to kind of like touch the middle.
Flint harvesting sickle. Flint harvesting sickle.
You have to kind of get
Beres.
inside of there to
500
swipe down
times
and
1.
hear everything.
0H. Button. Flint harvesting sickle. Beres. 500 times 1. 0H.
People
Button.
are selling.
Flint
Here, these are
harvesting
different
sickle.
people
Beres.
selling stuff.
500 times 1.
So there's all these different items. People are selling them, and you can purchase those for your character to wear, use, or perform some kind of crafting of any kind. So there's just infinite possibilities. All right, let's go ahead and swipe over to the most important section where you can support the developer.
Tab bar. More. Tab.
That's going to be on the 4th tab here. I'm going to let you hear all the possibilities you can do here.
Letterboards. Player rankings.
You've got
Button.
leaderboards, which is great.
World status. Player gathering locations. Button.
That's really cool.
Settings. General settings.
There's settings
Button.
here. You can make some adjustments.
Upgrades and tips.
You can tip the developer here, which I highly recommend.
Upgrades. Removes ads.
I
Increase
removed
inventory
my
more.
ads here
Button.
because I plan on learning how to play this game. Possibly, if you all want me to do a Let's Play, go ahead and leave a comment if you want me to do so.
Say thanks. Enjoying Craftbound? Give review or tip. Button.
And go ahead and give Craftbound a tip here.
Support and feedback.
You can give support and feedback.
Craftbound Wiki. Gameplay info.
There you got the
Roadmap and
wiki
more.
there.
Join Discord. Give
You can
feedback
join
and
the
help.
Discord of
934
Craftbound.
online.
Look at
Button.
that.
Link.
935 people are on their Discord. You can join this active, vibrant community.
Newdeath Gaming.
And there's me, Newdeath Gaming. So this is Craftbound, a really awesome, I would say, MMO roguelike crafting simulation in the veins of Crafting Kingdom. So now Craftbound is kind of the, I guess the, what would it be? Like it would be not the, it's not the progenitor, it would be more like the successor. So this is the successor to Crafting Kingdom, not the same developer, but if all of you really like Crafting Kingdom, which is a very great game, you'll really like Craftbound. So this is me, Michael at Newdeath Gaming. Hope you are enjoying my first listens. Stick to the channel and you'll get more really cool indie gifts that are accessible gifts for all of us to play. And I appreciate all of your support, and I'll come back with more accessible indie games for all of you to check out on my first listen series. Until next time, folks, I'll hear you next time. Bye.